Can I ask you a question, Donnie? And all you guys can chime in. All right. So as a boss, just answer the question. Right. Do you think some black people work harder for white people than they do black people?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about it. Why do you think that's so? Because they feel like you owe them something because they're also black?
It's the mentality, Mike.
Okay.
They feel like you're on their level. You're not their You're on my level. I know you. You're a black individual. I have this problem till today. Like some of my staff, they work regular jobs as well because tax preparation is seasonal. They will treat me like shit. And I'll just ask for, this is the paperwork you need to get paid. This is what you need. They treat me like shit, but then go work for the white man who's paying them less than me and just treat them like gods, come on time, be their slave and all day, every day. I'm giving you an out on top of that. I'm giving you I teach my staff, I teach them how to boss up, not to just do their position, to do my position. So you can be in my position, you can have your own office, you can leave your job, but they go work for them people faithfully and treat me like I'm nothing. I can't come today. I don't have a babysitter, or I'm not giving you this paperwork to get paid. You need to just give me my money. I be like,
but Dave, let me ask you a question. You think that's the part of the slave mentality we still have in our mind? You have to work better for the white man instead of the black man?
Or they're just afraid. They're more afraid.
Yeah. I think that people, sometimes it's about the perception. So I think sometimes we're more concerned about how we look to others than how we look amongst ourselves. I do think that can be an issue. Now, I don't like to group people or stereotype because I don't believe we're monolithic as far as a community at all. I think some folks are one way and some folks are another. And I think a lot of times it boils down to what management's going to accept, what they're going to tolerate, and also like the example that they set up, and that they leading by example. So I think sometimes when you create a workplace that's unprofessional, the people who work there are going to behave in the less professional manner.
But I can't agree with that because I'm very professional in my setting.
I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just saying that sometimes that is the case. Now, when you hire people, you have to look at them on an individual basis, and I'm not going to say like this race of people does one thing and one race might do a different thing. But I do think sometimes that it is a case where you might walk into a situation, you see white people, you're gonna, be a little bit more on your P's and Q's. Some people do behave that way. Other people are gonna act how they act regardless of who they're reporting to.
And I agree with you.
Hold on. Let me put a disclaimer out there real quick, Donny.
I gotta say this, Mike.
Okay.
I even see it at Fox Soul when we be in meetings. You know what I'm saying? They will sit here. Some of the people will sit here and treat our head of programming differently than they treat another person. You know what I'm saying? I seen it. So
it happens.
I seen it.
It happens.
So weird that
I think we gotta have some level of accountability here, and we gotta be real about this. There are some people in every community, but specifically ours, since that's what we're talking about, who don't appear to respect people who look like them, who are in positions of power. Now, I don't know if some of it is jealousy. I don't know if some of it is comfort because they just assume, well, this person's black, so they should give me some slack. But we got to make it clear that we only will tolerate and accept excellence. And anything less than that will have you replaced by somebody else who wants the job. I don't think we can make excuses for people who just aren't living up to our standards and expectations. And I think a lot of people do that.
I don't owe you a damn thing. I don't have to give you a hookup just because you're black. I'm hiring you because you are qualified for the job. And I want to qualify something with this because I think you brought up a really good point, Janae. We are not monolithic. So for the disclaimer in this show, this is not talking about an entire group of black people because we are not alike. There are a group of great black people that will bust their asses for whoever they're working for. So I just want to make that clear that we're talking about not an entire group of people. But I want to kind of expand this a little bit because, you're in the entertainment industry, Janae, so are you, Simone, and all day as well. And Shamika, I know you're a political commentator, but is there a bigger platform than entertainment when it comes to black people wanting the thumbs up from the white community? We always hear about the Grammys. We always hear about the Oscars. We always hear about, hey, we got to cross over. And Donny, of course, you was in the radio industry, the record industry as well. And it was always about that crossover appeal.
Again, I think it really depends on the artist. Like, I think Kanye West is someone that comes up all the time as comparing himself to white celebrities or moguls or whatever when it comes to the Walt Disneys or this, that, the other. Steve Jobs, for example, there's artists like that. And then you have your Beyoncé's who's gonna bring out a Black is King and say, okay, I'm going to create something that Black people can get excited about. That's not a BET Awards or NAACP Awards. This is something that's really going to showcase our culture and all its beauty and make people respect it. That's what she did with Black is King. That's what she did with Beachella, bringing Blackness and homecoming and our culture to that big stage that some people would say is a white stage. So I think sometimes when you get that power, you have to take it and twist it because. No,
I understand. I don't want to cut you off, but I understand you sticking to your core because that's your audience, whatnot. And I know you can expand, but I'm talking about the acceptance level because we're
talking about why people get mad when they're not nominated for Oscars.
Exactly.
Or why
people lost their mind when the weekend.
When it's Oscars so white or when it, when the weekend doesn't get Grammy nominations.
Hold on. First of all, when Black artists go into the music industry, they go in to make music for everybody. Number one. Okay, the music business.
Some of them.
The music business, the record company makes the music business racist. Okay, because at the end of the day, you have the Black department and you have the white department. All right, so if you want to get over to the the pop department is nothing but being popular. So when you start making a hit record, it's hard to get that money to go over the crossover, then it's crossover, and then it's over there and it's pop music. So it's hard to get those white dollars from the white company because they want you to stay in one genre of music. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I feel like me being in the game so long, the music business is racist, number one, and I feel like artists want to make music for everybody and for the masses. So I disagree with what you're saying.
I mean, but is it necessary though to have this forced crossover? Because from my perspective, it would appear that African Americans dictate the culture in this country and globally anyway, and so people are naturally going to be intrigued by the type of music we make, the clothing, the arts, etc. So I guess maybe I'm confused here, but why is it even necessary to have this quote unquote mandatory crossover when the crossover appears to be natural? People like our music. So they're going to buy it. They're going to come to the concerts.
The look of things and the sound of things is different. That's just like a man, having a wife and hiding her. We're married. Show the world that I'm here. And I think that's what music artists want. Show them that we're here. We are here. Don't overlook us. Don't overlook us like we make the culture. Our culture is what makes music right now.
But they don't do that, right? They don't do that though, right, Day?
What? Look, they don't give us credit?
No, I'm talking about the record companies don't let you do that. They try to pigeonhole you in one category.
Yeah.
You know that, Day.
No, absolutely. But I think that's the artist's fight for the Grammys, for them to know that I'm here. Just like Tiana Taylor, she's been here for over 10 years. Y'all better recognize that I'm here and that I'm doing a great job as a woman, as a Black woman. Let these people know that I'm here. It's just about the recognition. I don't even think it's about acceptance. We want people to know that we're here. We work hard and we're here. And you get more money when you're Grammy nominated too. So we want our money.
But I think the Grammy argument is a little complicated, and that's kind of why I didn't want to go there first, because getting a Grammy nomination isn't just about making great music or charting. A lot of it has to do with politics, and a lot of it has to do with what your label is willing to do in order to get you in that category and get you nominated. A lot of it is a lot of shaking hands, kissing up to the people who are voting members of the Grammys. And you hear complaints even from the people who were nominated because they didn't like the category that they were put in. So I think the Grammys are a little bit more complicated than just a black and white issue.
But I want to get back on point. Let's get back on point as the Black man looking down on the Black man, and then when he looks up to the white man. Let's get back on point. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye, you want to talk about Kanye again?
But yeah, let's get back on point.
I don't know why Black.
Where's Simone?
point. Like they said, it is about recognition. Like at the end of the day, every artist that make music, it is for the masses, right? So, but there's all these different categories. There's all these different departments. You have the word that I hate, at these, at these labels, urban department.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous, because at the end of the day, a lot of these Black artists make music that move the culture, that are popular music, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when the Grammys come around, they're not nominated in those categories. A lot of them are not nominated in those categories. They're put in, the rap category or the R&B category. And now to this day, you have Justin Bieber asking
to be in the R&B category. Yes.
When all these Black artists have been fighting for years, trying to be nominated in pop categories and best, record, the album of the year and record of the year and all these pop categories, when their music is popular, although they're hip hop or R&B, you have now Justin Bieber asking to be nominated in an R&B category.
Okay, I understand that, but I want to find out. So we're talking about the recognition. Why is it that we need, if we have had this problem with the Grammys and Oscars, and we beg every single year, then they give you a year where the Oscars be so Black and all the damn Grammy winners are Black, and then they go right back to doing what they do. You know how it works, because they want to shut your ass up. Why is it so important for that award to validate what their fans and the people who really love their music already know?
It's like the world puts so much on the Grammys as well. It's like everyone makes it as if you have to have a Grammy to get certain things. So as an artist, you feel like you have.
But do you? Do you? Like you said, you mentioned something about the money.
Listen, Mike, the Grammys is like winning the Super Bowl or the NBA championship. That's your
damn.
That's your winning ring.
I get it. No, I get it.
But wait a minute here. But wait a minute. If somebody can, this is ridiculous. If somebody keeps telling you we don't want to give you something, you're gonna keep going back to the same people begging for the thing that they do not want to give you. When our own wait, let me finish. Our own community, we have multiple different awards. We give them out. We give them out every year. But yet we want to keep running back to white people for something that they don't want to give.
Sure,
I don't understand. Why is this so difficult to understand?
Some of those awards.
Serious. I don't understand this.
Some of those awards, you get them just for showing up. Some of our awards, they give them away.
No, he is so right.
I'm not gonna beg somebody to give me something that I know that I've earned. That's ridiculous.
You're begging to be in the country.
It's ridiculous.
They're not going to give you acceptance into for the most part.
But there's so many things that have to be changed if you're going to change that as well. Because just being a Grammy nominated artist, you have way more opportunities being a Grammy nominated artist. You could probably not make any music all year long, but you're getting all type of payments because you're a Grammy nominated artist. So how do we change that so we can continue to see change?
We make up our own things, Dave. We do our own things and make our award.
But the thing about it is that we have these award shows, right? And then the Grammys is considered the top of all of them.
Considered by who? By who?
All that. Hey, hold on. All this right here. This same energy. Hold on. All this energy right here. Hold on to that, because I want to talk about that. How come Black people stop going to some of the BET? How come some people don't even want to come on Fox Soul sometimes?